Hey everybody, how are y'all? Today's December. Oh man, today's December 1st. Awesome. I meant to play like Christmas music, have myself all pumped up, but I just wanted to do this and I completely forgot. So I'm gonna have a cool intro. So December 2nd, I'll have Christmas music playing. But yes, December, getting ready for Christmas. Hope y'all have had a good day and we'll have a good night. But I wanted to still do verse of the day. So I'm sure most of y'all are having fun on a Friday night, out doing cool stuff. I'm at home doing verse of the day. So here we go. Today's verse of the day is Exodus chapter 14 and verse 14. And it says, "The Lord himself will fight for you. Just stay calm." That's the New Living Translation. Other ones say, let's see, and I like what I think the Message version says, "God will fight the battle for you, and you keep your mouth shut." I like that version. And then like NIV says, "The Lord will fight for you. You only need to be still." I like the new this one, "Just stay calm," or the one, "Keep your mouth shut." Anyway, so this is in Exodus, obviously chapter 14. This is the part. So I mean, if you haven't read Exodus or you're not super familiar, I'm sure you're somewhat familiar with the story. Exodus is pretty much, so if you've seen the movie Ten Commandments, Prince of Egypt, obviously it's not 100% accurate, but there's at least big sections of the film that kind of go with this. So it's definitely not exactly those movies. There's not a couple scenes in the movies that kind of happen that aren't a lot of scenes that don't happen in the Bible. But anyway, where we are now is Israelites have already left, and then Pharaoh's like, "Oh man, like God hardens his heart. Like why? I can't. We can't let this happen." So then he goes out to get the Israelites back. He's going, and the people are at the Red Sea, and they're like, "What do we do? How do we cross?" And then they look behind them. Pharaoh is coming with all of his army, and they're like, "What do we do?" And they're freaking out, and this is so just Israel and so us, but I'll explain why it's so us. But as Pharaoh approached, they cried out to the Lord, and they said to Moses, "Why did you bring us out here to die in the wilderness? Weren't there enough graves for us in Egypt? Blah, blah, why, you pretty much brought us out here to kill us." They were leaving to go celebrate, to go have their, anyway, they were leaving to celebrate. And with this sign of Pharaoh, I mean, I get it. I'm not going to minimize it. I mean, it's scary to be out there and then Pharaoh's coming out and he's going to kill us. Why did we come out here? But it's this is such a precursor to what you keep hearing in Exodus. In the 40 years the Israelites are out in the desert, spoiler alert, in case you didn't know that, they'll be out there 40 more years. This is just the beginning for them. But they are out there, and it begins with this. Anytime something bad goes on, "Why did you bring us out here? Why did you do this? We were so much better in Egypt. We were slaves, and blah, blah, we had food." And then something else happens. "Why are we out here? Oh, we should be eating, blah, blah. Moses, bring us to God, and we should form our own God that we can see." And it's just the beginning of that. So we got all that. And then, so again, here's the scene again. Red Sea's in front of them. Pharaoh's coming behind them, yelling, "What are you doing, God? You help? It's better to be a slave in Egypt than a corpse in the wilderness." Moses tells them, "Don't be afraid. Just stand still and watch the Lord rescue you. The Egyptians see you today. The Egyptians you see today will never be seen again." And this is where he comes in verse 14. "The Lord himself will fight for you. Just stay calm." This is such a powerful thing that Moses had said to them. Moses said to them in two ways. That the first is the Lord will fight for you. The Lord himself will fight for you. And it's as true a statement then as it is today. That the Lord goes before you. He fights on your behalf. He's not a God that what am I trying to say? He doesn't leave us, and I think that's one of the things we talked about before. His closeness to us, he never leaves us nor forsakes us. It's said later on. So the God is going before us, and He's going to fight for us. And it's the same thing. Moses already knows God has called us out here for a reason. He didn't bring us out here just to die. So He's going to be the one that's going to fight for us. Same way in your life. God brought you here to this moment for a reason. He didn't leave you out here for just to hang out and be left. God is fighting for you. In what way? Is He going to come down in a pillar of fire? I don't know. Is He just going to do something so subtle where you're like, oh, I didn't, you don't realize it? Is He just going to, but God is continually going before you to prepare a way. But I love the next part of this again. It's just what Moses says is just stay calm. And I like it because I like that part because it's so in our vernacular of like, hey, just chill out. And so I was thinking about it today. And the only way I could truly like understand this was from like a parental, as me being a dad, when my daughter gets, flustered by something that she's not like, so she gets scared, would get scared, just whatever kids get scared of. But during Halloween, she would get scared at Target and Walmart because they'd have the big displays of Halloween, ghosts and monsters and all that stuff. And she'd be super scared, like incoherent scared. And it was like sitting there and it's like, Madeline, like, I'm not going to let anything bad happen to you. You have, like, look at me. The only thing I need you to do is calm down and trust me. And I think that's a similar way in which this whole scene is playing out. Because it's like, Madeline, have I ever done anything purposely bad to you? Have I ever led you purposely down a path that I'm going to make sure that's going to hurt you? Like, it may look scary, but I'm not going to let anything harm you. And even more so, stuff. I'm a dad, and I'm a flawed dad. I'm a flawed person. The perfect God, the God of, the beginning of time, is telling you, and Moses is telling you for him, He's going to fight for you. He's God. Why would He leave us? And I get it for them, because they had just been in slavery for over 400 years. So, imagine this, and it was brutal. Pharaoh was horrible, brutal to them. But God is saying, listen, like Moses is telling them, God will fight for you. So all you have to do is just stay calm. Just look out, watch. He's going to do it. And then God's like, Moses, what are you doing? Why are you crying out to me? Do this. And they get going. And then, if you've read it or seen it, they cross the Red Sea and God comes and just destroys Pharaoh and his army. But yeah, I think this is such a powerful verse. And I do like how NIV and New King says, New King James says, and you shall hold your peace. And American Standard says, and you shall hold your peace. So the Lord will fight for you and you will hold your peace. And I love that too, the idea of holding our peace. So it's just staying calm, taking a breath in the situation that I'm in. But holding my peace is like the situation is all around me, tumultuous waves of drowning are in front of me. This attack behind me, I'm in the middle, I don't know what to do. And God's saying, I'm gonna fight for you. All you have to do is hold your peace. And peace is more than just a good feeling. It's even, but like I think this is the perfect thing when a storm, everything's falling apart, that you're able to find comfort. You're able to not just find comfort, but find stability in where you are right now. And God brings us perfect peace. So we're able to not only have peace internally, but just peace in our whole essence and who we are. And so it's looking at it, and understanding it's not just hiding and putting on goggles or rose-colored glasses and saying, okay, everything's cheery then, everything's happy. It's understanding things are falling apart. Everything is breaking around me, but I still have peace in the moment and understanding that somehow I'm going to get through this. God is fighting for me. I don't know what the outcome's going to be, but I know that God is here for me. So I need to calm down. Most of the time, shut my mouth and just allow me to hold my peace, hold my place that I'm like, God, I'm at peace with what you're doing next. I get it. There's other situations, and I'm not gonna stand here and pretend like I understand every situation that happens in our lives. I've been through stuff. I'm sure you guys have probably been through stuff, worse stuff. But I can just say that through what you've been through, God has been there with you. So there's a level at which you understand what you've gone through in the same way. So the way I understand going through things, it's been my relationship with God. So I'm able to be there with God and understand, God, you've been there before, and you're going to be there after this. And if you've been through harder stuff, you understand, God, you've been through me through hard stuff. So it might be harder than other people, but this has been really hard. And even through all of this, God, I have to believe that you'll be with me through this thing that I'm going through today. Hope this verse blesses you because it's so strong. Just knowing God himself, the one who gave up his son's life for us, the one who bent down from in glory and all that he is and came for us and wants to be with us, says that that Moses was telling the Lord himself will fight for you. And all we got to do is stay calm. So that's Exodus 14:14. I hope you guys have read it. I hope it's an awesome verse for y'all in your life. And if you have any kind of other meaning from it, you receive something new, please let me know. I'd love to hear about it. And anyway, I'll talk to y'all tomorrow.